good early in her rookie season.
All right, getting ready to start this one off. Let's take a look at the Portland Cascade starting lineup. It's presented by Easton. We highlight the 3 home run hitters from a day ago: Otis, Grant, and Cahalan. Sydney Stewart. Mia Davis is back. Second game as a Portland Cascade member. Vidalis, Powell, Bates, and Falby all batting against Kennedy on a steamy Saturday evening here in Round Rock. First pitch, strike 1 to Otis. Kennedy looking to get on the beam. This is now her 4th game, her 3rd pro start. Doesn't have a win so far, but she has definitely got the ability. Going for a little something extra. Ball gets away from the catcher, Deja Mulipola, who will try and lead her through this 7 innings.
Yeah, this is a fun battery matchup. We've seen Nyjah Kennedy pitch to Michaela Edenfield, but Deja Mulipola joining Texas roster this week.
Good take by Otis. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Otis, second year as a pro, hitting .344 with power. And she has gone from 0-2 to 3-2.
She's a tough customer. It's why Portland loves her in that leadoff spot. Yes, her power, but sees a lot of pitches.
Little blooper right side. Coming on and making a sliding catch, Danica Coffey. So a good start defensively for the homestanding Texas Volts.
You see Coffey with the shades fighting that sun. It is a very tough angle at this game time, but this is not an easy catch, but I feel like she kind of made that look easy. Just popped up, first out.
Here is Megan Grant. You got probably the most well-known college hitter facing most well-known college pitcher from this past spring. Grant, this past spring as a UCLA Bruin, 42 homers, and she's kept on with her power hitting as a pro. She's got 4 homers in 25 pro at-bats.
Now we saw these 2 battle it a couple of games in the Women's College World Series. Just recently this past World Series, but UCLA, Texas Tech, being in OKC the last couple of seasons.
Grant thought maybe that was ball 4. It's not. Home plate umpire today is Mike Bartling. Off-speed Mitches down low, so very careful. Nyjah Kennedy against the powerful Megan Grant. First base runner for Portland.
No rookie walks more than Megan Grant. Leads the team in walks. That's her 7th of this young season.
Here's Sydney Stewart. Just like Grant, a rookie. Went too far. 0-1. Stewart doesn't have the batting average, hitting just .174, but she's consistently been in the middle of the lineup for Portland because she's had quality at bats.
I'd go back to that rise here if I was Nyjah.
She didn't. She missed. Numbers for Kennedy so far. A couple of starts, 11 1/3 innings of work. She's already given up 10 earned runs. That's a lot. She's walked more than she's struck out. What's the big difference between the pro game and the college game that Kennedy dominated for 4 years?
Well, the pro game, you're going to have longer at bats because hitters are just able to get to pitches that maybe hitters in college weren't able to get to. Especially, I mean, you get to 2 strikes and you have a long way to go sometimes, it feels like, in the pro ranks, just because these hitters are so good. They're strong athletes, and sometimes the bat speed is going to be better, and so they're just able to get to some pitches that you may think in college, oh, you should have swung and missed at that one, but not at this level.
Yeah, this is case in point. Kennedy having a hard time putting away Stewart. She got 2 quick strikes on her, and now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Just kind of waiting for that rise ball inside. It was the very first pitch of this at-bat, and Sydney Stewart had a very uncomfortable swing, and it was a check swing. It's a swing that as a pitcher you feel, and you're like, you didn't like that. I need to go right back to it and not mess around, but everything else has been slow and away.
3-2. Little dribbler, and that's going to stay foul. So Kennedy, another pitch she'll have to throw. She's thrown 20 pitches. 3 batters into our game. Popped up, tons of foul territory. Binford can't make the play. Ball was spinning away from her, and Stewart still with life. I feel for Binford. She's playing right now, looking directly into that sun at first base. And a walk. So Stewart saw everything Kennedy has and draws a walk. Back-to-back free passes, 2 aboard with 1 out. Two aboard, Mia Davidson. Second game this season. Came over from playing in Japan. 0 for 4 yesterday with 2 strikeouts, and that's what she's been doing for a long time. She gets hit with a pitch. That is now the 24th time in 46 AUSL games Mia Davidson's been hit.
I feel like she's the queen. And yeah, that's a pitch that's up and in. And it's not like she is really toes up on the chalk of where she stands in the batter's box, but just because of the power that Mia Davidson has, a lot of pitchers a lot of times like to go in tight.
This is almost identical to what we saw in yesterday's first inning when Rachel Garcia had 2 first-inning walks and hit a batter. Portland was not able to score. Can they break the seal tonight? Here's the rookie, Kenley Cahalan. Hit a homer yesterday in the 7th inning. Infield is in. Nothing has come easy for Nyjah as a pro.
So just climb the ladder right there. 2 arm side rise balls low in the zone. So Nyjah can throw this pitch really anywhere, whether it's kind of knee height or work her way up. Goes with the screwball low and away. I would have just gone right back to the rise and just climbed the ladder. Low, medium, high.
It's kind of an important pitch here. High pop-up. Will it be deep enough? Lassiter makes the catch. Grant bluffs. Great throw by Lassiter. Wow, Lassiter can really pump it up there. 2 outs.
Well, she did a great job getting behind this ball, so when she caught it, her momentum was really moving in towards the infield, and Megan Grant could read that and see, okay, your throw's coming in. It's going to come in hot. I'm going to stay right here at third base.
Still work to do for Kennedy. Here's Tori Vidalis. Off-speed pitch. Surprising TV Tori. 0-1. Over the last decade, may not be too many players in the world better in these situations than Tori. Off the end of the bat, Kennedy may get out of this. Oh no! It falls! Into the Bermuda Triangle. 3 defenders were wrapped around that ball and it falls. A gift double for Vidalis. 2-run score for Portland.
Oh man, this is heartbreaking for Texas. They should be out of this inning. And Tiare Jennings, she doesn't have a beat on it. You can tell right away her drop step is to the wrong side, and then she looks up and she's fighting the sun, can't find the ball. Riley Boone coming in all the way from center field.
So those are 2 earned runs that are going to go against Kennedy. on a ball that should have been caught. Slapped foul off the bat of Kennedy Powell. So the 2 walks, the hit batter, come back to haunt Texas.
Yeah, Texas was able to dance out of that in yesterday's first inning.
Fair ball. Nice play by the catcher, Mulipola, and the side is retired. But an early couple of runs for Portland. They put 2 on the board on a ball that drops off of Torrey Vidalis' bat. Our first inning, take a look at the Texas Volts starting lineup presented by Rawlings. Head coach Ricky Woodard has Danica Coffey leading things off, followed by Boone and Binford, Jerry Jennings, the shortstop, Deja Mulipola, Edenfield, Lassiter, Jackie Liss starting for the second consecutive game at third. And they will bat against Kenzie Brown.
Kenzie Brown has been electric in just a couple of weeks of work for Portland. It's been a very good pitching staff between her and Sam Landry, Kelly Maxwell, but Kenzie Brown, we knew it was going to be a really elite rookie class going into the season. And Kenzie Brown was not one of the top picks in the draft, but you look at what she's been doing and the numbers and the strikeouts that she's been putting up. Like, what a steal for Portland to be drafted where she was and be performing the way that she has been.
Kenzie, she started 4 games and completed 2 of them. That is a workhorse. In her 3 starts, she has thrown 18 total innings. So she's averaging 6 innings per start. Low throw across the diamond. Kennedy Powell's throw is dug out of the dirt by Torrey Vidalis. And we've got the first out of our bottom of the first inning.
Well, workhorse is a great way to describe her because that's what she was for Arizona State the last couple of seasons. Just pitched them as far as they could go and almost, I mean, they were a game away from upsetting Texas at home and making it out of supers to the Women's College World Series. Of course, Texas, the eventual national champion. But Kenzie Brown took them to their limits.
Here's Riley Boone. Great champion during her time at Oklahoma. Native Oklahoman from Owasso. 12 hits and 37 at-bats for Boone. Right back to Brown. 2 down. Ball hadn't left the infield yet.
Well, Kenzie Brown, her arsenal, what makes her so good is she's going to go up and down vertically. And so that's really tough as a hitter because you have to split the strike zone. Are you going to look drop ball or you're going to look rise ball? Doesn't have any sweeping movement side to side, but goes up and down as good as anyone.
Here's Aaliyah Binford. Wonderful 2-way player. Super effective pitcher. We've seen her as a DP. Today she's playing defensively at first. 5 hits. Check that. 11 hits. 5 of them have been homers. Two and 0. Talking about the pitcher, Kenzie Brown, as good as she has been, the one kind of fly in the ointment is she has walked a few. In 18 innings of work, she's walked 13. That's a number that will raise an eyebrow.
Yep. But look at the strikeouts. I mean, she's up there in top 5 in the league as a rookie.
Batting average against will help her out too. 194 opponents batting off of her. Powers it past Binford.
Oh, she was looking away on this. Watch her front foot. Watch where the pitch location is. She's stepping right into this pitch. Aaliyah Binford is. Eyes were down away, but there was a little bit of upspin to that. Well, she's looking away again. I would feel that as a pitcher. You see a hitter step over and lean in like that. I'm going, okay, I see it. I'm going inside. I'm going to jam you up.
12th pitch of the inning for Brown. Good rip by Binford.
just love how she swings. You know, when you have a coach in 10U ball saying, swing hard, I'm sure they mean swing like Aaliyah Binford. Like, swing hard, no matter the count.
That is foul. So we'll do it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Middle game of a 3-game series between Portland and Texas. Portland won yesterday 5-1 to improve to 6-4 through 10 games. Little number, that's going to be a tough chance. It will spin foul. Kennedy Powell waiting for it to spin foul before she touched it and didn't allow it to curve back into fair territory.
Which is 2 very different foul balls to the left side of the infield. The scorcher over the head of Kennedy Powell, and then off the end of the bat, the spin that Kenzie Brown is providing.
Great pitch. So Brown strikes out Binford, a 1-2-3 inning for her. And Portland, after 1 inning here in Round Rock, leads by a...
Even you need to believe in yourselves that you're capable of hitting even without warm-ups. It took the pressure off, and hey, the bats came alive yesterday.
Maria, great stuff. Yeah, it's really fun to see how Portland has done it this year. They're an expansion team. These players coming together, just trying to figure things out. They're 6-4 through 10 games. They're dead last in batting average. They're among the lowest teams in terms of homers and power production, but they just know how to win games.
Well, it starts with their pitching staff. They are a very pitching-led team. They have a amazing staff between Sam Landry, who we saw throw a 2-hitter last night. Of course, Kenzie Brown, the rookie. You see Carly Hoover there to the left of Sam Landry, or to the left on our screen. She is a new addition, a very veteran arm that is going to continue to make this pitching staff one of the best in the league. And so that's the way their team is led. It's by the arms and the... But they need a little bit, right? You need a couple of runs to win games in this league. And so Coach Flowers said, man, we have a team of perfectionists, and they are just trying to be too perfect, knowing that they have the arms in the circle and we have to provide for them. No, just shake it out. Like Maria said, let's get rid of the warm-ups. Let's just go cold and see what happens.
Ball and 2 strikes to Sis Bates. It's now 2-2. One of the real keys, I think, to this good start for Portland, the buy-in, has been Sis Bates, her attitude, her care, her desire, her Tori Vidalis, 2 of the leaders, setting the tone for what they're trying to be. Sis has been around a lot of winning. That's kind of who she is and what she does. Phenomenal player out in Washington for so many years. Three-two. Oh my, the beat continues. That is now 3 walks issued by Kennedy. Remember, the walks were the issue for Garcia yesterday throwing against this Cascade lineup. Very patient. So they don't hit for a high average, but they get on base via the walk and the hit batter frequently. Here's Kendra Falby, maybe thinking bunt. Missed it. 0-1.
Yeah, the difference yesterday is that Portland stranded 5 runners in the first and second inning, and so they had all those free passes, they had those opportunities, could not get a key hit, and they had a key hit in that Tori Vidalis double.
Oh, dangerous, but she makes the play in time. Kennedy took a chance trying to get the lead runner out at second, and she just made the throw in time.
Ooh, that was a gutsy choice. Typically as a pitcher, unless it's hit hard back to me, I'm going to go to first base. And Nyjah, she had to come get this. It's hit softly, and Sis Bates has good speed.
So it is a 1-4 putout. Falby replaces Bates on at first. And back to the top of the order, Corby Otis. Yeah, the way this league has worked so far, a couple weeks into it, is not getting that runner from first to second is a big deal, because base runners are really only moving this year via the base hit or a walk There's not a lot of small ball. There's been very few stolen bases league-wide so far through the first couple of weeks. Looper, that'll fall down. Base hit for Otis. Falby on her way to third, and the throw is cut. So Otis is aboard. Runners on at the corners. Just one out for Portland.
Couple of Gators on the bases, and we talked to Corby Otis yesterday about her connection with Kendra Falby in the outfield on defense, but I feel like they also have a connection on offense. Kendra's in that 9 spot, and Corby is in that leadoff spot, and so she sees her teammate, longtime teammate at Florida, on base. They both have a ton of speed as well.
Here comes trouble. Megan Grant. Grant, first time up, walked and scored. .91 collegiate homers as a UCLA Bruin. Oh and 2. What's Kennedy's wipeout pitch?
Rise ball. She's got to be very careful elevating anything. So she goes off speed, misses up. We've seen Nyjah get ahead 0-2 a couple of times in this game. Already just here in the second inning, it's been a little bit of a struggle to get that last strike.
Off the end of the bat, slow to second, they get 1. No throw to first, a run scores. Did they call her safe? Jennings was off the base. And so there's not an out recorded. This is going to be challenged.
Texas is challenging the safe call at second base.
Kennedy goes changeup, slow developing play because Megan Grant hits it off the end of the bat, and right there you see the safe call.
I saw Otis's right foot up in the air. She didn't touch the base immediately. Her right foot was up in the air. She extended for the base. I think this is a good challenge by Ricky Woodard.
Going to be enough to overturn is the question.
Well, we got cameras everywhere, so I think it's okay.
Let's run them.
What's up in the air?
And is Tiare's back foot on second base?
Well, now you're asking a lot here.
I mean, these are the things that they're all going to be checking.
Well, a run's going to score no matter what.
Yes.
It's going to be 3-0, but it's going to be determined. Here we go. This is Chad Steers.
After review, the call on the field has been changed. Runners out.
Yeah, I saw Otis's foot up in the air when Jennings had her foot on the bag. Okay, so we have 2 outs now. Good challenge by Ricky Woodard. The run does score. Runner on at first is Grant for Sydney Stewart. Give an RBI to Grant. She now has 8 runs batted in. It's the 50th pitch for Kennedy. It is hot, as you'd expect. We're in Round Rock, Texas, about 20 miles north of Austin. Temperatures in the mid-90s all day long. It does get surprisingly nice a little later on when the sun goes down. But if you're Kennedy, you don't want to be throwing a minimum of 52 pitches in the first 40 minutes of our game.
No doubt.
Tapper. Throws not in time. Jackie Liss had to throw on the run, and Stewart runs well enough, beats it out for an infield single.
That's tough for Jackie Liss, who this is her first week of work at third base for Texas. And because of the power that Sydney Stewart has, Liss has to really protect that. And you can see where she started and where she has to go. Sydney Stewart, 6'1", long stride, runs very well.
Here's Mia Davidson. Davidson was hit with the first pitch she saw back in the first inning. Super experienced with enormous power. Kennedy's got to be careful. Game could really blow open with one swing of the bat from Davidson.
Well, Texas does not want Mia to get anything away. Got hit on her last at-bat on an inside pitch. Last 2 pitches have been on the inner half.
Check swing, bounces against her body. Ball and 2 strikes. Something about the second inning for Portland, huh? Good golly, how's that possible? Tried to get her to chase. Not a ton of speed on the bases right now for Portland. Driven into the glove of the waiting Riley Boone. Side is retired, but another run scores for Portland. They're nickel and diming against Nyjah Kennedy. They've scored 3 in the first 2 frames. Man, Kendra Falby does it the right way. Big fan. She's wearing a microphone. We're going to listen in all evening long. Now the 2026 AUSL season is here. Get your 4-game Flex Pass, single game season, or group tickets for the Portland Cascade, Utah Talons, Oklahoma City Spark, Texas Volts, Chicago Bandits, and Carolina Blaze. You can get it today by visiting theausl.com. AUSL, this is legendary. Kenzie Brown back in the circle. She'll face 4, 5, and 6, Jennings, Mulipola, and Edenfield. Two quick strikes thrown by Brown. Kenzie is from Lake City, Illinois, which is not a big town at all. Central Illinois, relatively close to the capital city of Springfield, Illinois. Started her college experience in Tulsa, playing for the Golden Hurricane, before finishing up as a Sun Devil at Arizona State. High drive right field, looking up into the sun as Grant makes the play.
I've loved this battery combination of Kenzie Brown and Sydney Stewart, 2 rookies on a very young Portland team that were rivals at Arizona State and Arizona, and they were rookies in the preseason training camp, and so they got to get to know each other very quickly, and they were both kind of like, are you good? I'm good. Let's be best friends. All right, let's go. Truce over. Well, also at the same time, like, I'm so glad that I don't have to hit off of you, and I'm so glad that I don't have to pitch to you. But it's been fun to watch these 2 perform at the level that they have performed. I mean, these are 2 very key pieces for this Portland team. Yes, a lot of veterans on this team, but there are also a ton of youngsters. And Sydney Stewart and Kenzie Brown have been in the middle of it every single week.
Here's Deja Mulipola. Deja just coming back over from Japan, 2 for 5 with a couple of walks. There's something about college catchers from the state of Arizona. You got Mulipola, you got Stewart, Sasho Palacios back in the day, Vandergeest, Goodacre. Oh, goodness. Why would any good catcher ever want to play down in Arizona and all that heat?
It's a dry heat. You don't sweat. You don't sweat like this. You might burn a little bit.
3 balls and a strike to Mulipola. Beautiful pitch. Good golly.
Good look at a couple of Arizona All-Americans. Deja, of course, 2-time catcher of the year. Sydney Stewart was the Big 12 player of the year, and there they are here in the pro ranks.
Wow. Brown strikes out Mulipola. What was that?
Changeup.
That had some filth to it.
Kenzie Brown's changeup is just absolutely nasty, and it's so nasty that her swing and miss rate, the percentage of it, is 41%. So that means almost half the time that she's getting a swing and miss, not a swing and foul ball, Not a swing and a weak contact, a swing and a miss, like a whiff. Incredible.
I think there's a lot of people when they think changeup, they just think change of speeds. It's not coming as quickly as some of your other pitches, but that really had some filthy downward and in movement.
Yeah, at this level, you have to have a changeup, but you also have a changeup with movement because hitters are so good. They can have their hands just stay back. Yes, sometimes your legs can be gone, but if your hands are back, the strength of these athletes, no problem. Just lays it off the wall for a double. But you want to have that slow speed with movement.
Michaela Edenfield. 3 hits, 15 at-bats with a homer. All-everything catcher playing for Lonnie Alameda at Florida State in years past. This is their second year with the AUSL. High drive, playable for the center fielder Falvey. And that is now 6 up, 6 down for Kenzie Brown. I want to give a shout out to Valerie Cagle. Mentioned it's her first AUSL home run. She had been playing pro ball over in the Netherlands. Cagle was a massive deal, high school player of the year, almost as big of a deal as candidate to a certain extent. She played at Clemson, was a two-way player, and said, you know what, I don't want to pitch anymore. Committed herself to hitting, which really limits you in this league, but she's still good enough to make this league, and she's really hitting the ball well. Hats off.
Yeah, it's a former national player of the year in our game.
Yeah,
so it was fun to see her get her swing off today.
Makes me happy. Good start to this inning for Portland. Cahalan gets a single. That is now 3 hits allowed, make it 4 against Kennedy. Here's the veteran, TV Tori Vidalis. Tori has earned her way through 9 years as a professional, but she did get a bit of a present back in the first inning. Hit a high pop, probably should have been caught, landed in between 3 defenders. She got a double out of it and drove in a pair of runs. Tori's a native Texan. Played at Texas A&M, now playing out in the Pacific Northwest. I wonder if he really pinned her down. She's super proud of being from Texas. But does she like the weather better here, 98 degrees and steamy, or what you get really pleasant up in Portland, well, besides the rain? A little out front.
Look out. Oh, she's got it.
Yeah.
That's mine. It's like, I'm taking it. See you later.
Ball skips. Ball and 2 strikes. Mulipola's first opportunity to catch Nyjah Kennedy. Another pop-up. Boone makes the play. First out of our 3rd inning. Kenzie, opening thoughts on what we've seen out of Nyjah through the first 2 1/3.
Obviously, the walks were an issue in the first inning, and 2 of those walks came around to score. If you add the hit by pitch, it was 3 free passes, and that's just not how you want to start a game at this level. We saw Rachel Garcia do the same thing yesterday. Somehow was able to get out of it, and you could kind of feel the frustration for Portland, like, oh, we had a bases loaded opportunity that was gifted to us. And then back-to-back days, it gifted the exact same situation, and they were able to somehow sneak out a couple of runs, but it's really hard to start a game giving up those free passes.
Here's Kennedy Powell. Little number, stays foul. Savannah Collins, who does just a fantastic job at the AUSL as a writer, as a reporter, does a lot of different things. Had a fantastic article this week talking about the adjustment for Nyjah coming from the college game to the pro game. It's almost a must-read if if you love this great game. Because it is a massive difference. You could be the world's greatest college player, but the minute you have to play against these pros playing in their prime, 28, 29-year-olds, you know, you got to find a different way. Went too far. Powell strikes out. That's the first strikeout for Kennedy. All right, let's check back in with Maria.
Well, you mentioned that article by Savannah Collins. In it, she talked about how Nyjah Kennedy heard from her GM, Kat Osterman, after her first outing and said, hey, this is not indicative of what you've done or what you're going to do in this league. We're here to help you. They actually got Stanford pitching coach Tori Nyberg on the phone, who coached Nyjah her first 2 years, and asked her, hey, how can we make you successful at this level? So they've been working on it as a group, as a staff, to help Nyjah adjust to the pro game.
Excellent stuff, Maria.
Yeah, so you're looking at the spin rate difference from last year to this year. Spin rate just down a little bit. That typically means your ball is not moving as much. And the thing about, you know, this new start for Nyjah is everyone as a rookie and just as a young player, maybe just a couple of years out of college, what can I do to get better? What is my next step? What is my next level?
Way out front, Sis Bates.
It's almost like a video game, right? You've accomplished one level, great, high school, check. You've accomplished the next level, college, great, check. But then that top level, it's that pro game. You know, and then kind of a sidebar could be the international game, because that is also different in its own right. But what do I need to do to get to that level?
Sis Bates bounces it to the first baseman, Binford, who brings the race to the bag, and the side is retired. So, a 0 put on the board by Kennedy. Good job bouncing back. Allows a leadoff single, but then retires Vidalis, Powell, and Bates. They have not been handed an easy schedule right out of the chute. They were on the road for 2 sets of games before coming home, and now back on the road again. They've actually struggled at home. They're 1-2 in their 3-game homestand, but they're back on the road again and doing just fine. They lead 3-0. Kenzie Brown has retired all 6 batters she has faced. Jayla Lassiter, Jackie Liss, Leanne Good will bat against Brown. Hard but foul. Lassiter played her college, checked out her high school softball in Alabama. Hard to think of a great Alabama player without thinking of Haley McClenny. Just outside of Birmingham, played in this league.
Montana Fouts.
Good go, jeez. Well, she's from Kentucky.
All right. I'm just thinking like Alabama headlining this season, front runner for pitcher of the year. Okay, I'm going Montana. But you're talking about Miss Alabama?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Halo.
Yep.
Talk about someone who played the game the right way. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kenzie Brown. She has already thrown 2 complete games. She's breezing through the first 2 innings of tonight's game. Feel a little bit for this Texas team. They have been banged up all season long. Players coming and going. Having a hard time getting started. Three balls and 2 strikes. Good battle for Lassiter. On a hot night, she's making Kenzie Brown work.
We've already seen a couple of change-ups from Kenzie in this at-bat, and credit Jayla, she spoiled every one of them.
Misses high. That's the first base runner for the Volts. Leadoff single for Lassiter here in the 3rd inning.
Just a very lopsided situation with the first base runner of the game for Texas, coming on that walk. And on the flip side for Portland, 6 of their 9 runners have already been on base and have seen action. So Portland's just getting it done early in this game.
Be interesting to see if Texas tries to make something happen on the base path. They don't run a lot. They've only attempted 5 steals on the year. But yesterday, the Volts only managing 1 run on 2 hits. We're in the 3rd inning. They don't have a hit so far today. At some point, you're going to have to try and light a fire somehow offensively. Driven, gap, right center field. Falvey! Can't hang on. Lassiter being waved around third. She'll slam on the brakes. Oh, Falvey almost made the catch of the year. Falvey had it in her glove and just couldn't hang on.
Wow. This is a good piece of hitting here from Jackie Liss, who had a big hit last night. And you can see where Kendra Falvey was shaded. She was on the other side of second base. My goodness, the slide, she had a read on it just off of the tip of her glove. And I just love the fact that she gets it in so quickly on her knees. And that was one heck of a defensive relay to keep Lassiter at third base.
I'm going to give folks at home a tease. She's wearing a microphone. I cannot wait to hear what that sounded like. Huffing and puffing and then banging against the wall. Hopefully she's okay. All right, we've got 2 in scoring position now for Texas. Chance to do some damage. Here's Leanne Good. Kenzie Brown does have the strikeout ball available. Came into this game with more than a strikeout per inning. She has already struck out 2 of the first 8 batters she's faced. Center field. Falvey with the catch. Tagging from third and coming in to score is Lassiter. And because the throw was not cut off, that's going to allow Liss to go to third. So maybe a bit of a defensive mistake allowing Liss to move over to third base. Congratulations to Good. That is her first professional run batted in.
There's a loud cheer for that run, and I think it was just because Leanne Good is a fan favorite. So they see her get that RBI. Everyone's on their feet here in Texas. I mean, the 2 loudest cheers for the roster intros were Leanne Good and Nyjah Kennedy. Right, 2 of the Texas superstars, one from Texas, one from Texas Tech.
Blocked well by Stewart. 2-0. Infield is in. Three and 0. It's been a rare rally for the Volts here in this series against this great Portland pitching staff. A 4-pitch walk. So 2 walks in the inning for Kenzie Brown. First walk has already come around to score. Runners on at the corners for Riley Boone.
For some reason, that low and away spot from Kenzie just was not competitive in that at-bat against the lefty Danica Coffey. And this is where I'd love to see Texas cause a little chaos on the base paths. Speed at first, speed at the plate.
Coffey not running from first.
Like, just as a fan right now, I would love a hit and run.
Would they throw down if there's a straight steal?
Probably not. So I would have Danica Coffey go. You have a lefty at the plate. That's tough for the catcher.
Touch and go. The ball skips foul. put Coffee, who runs well, if you can put her on the move. If they do throw through, you can send the runner from third. If not, you have two in scoring position with one out. With Boone and Binford batting against Brown. Yanked, foul. And time is called as Boone is getting attacked by some bug. Everything's bigger here in Texas. Oh, 2. Coffee was on the move, and Vidalis can't make the play. There's some of that chaos you're talking about. Runners moving, ball just put in play, and another run scores.
With that situation, you really don't have to do too much. Literally just put the ball in play and something good is going to happen. Gets on top of a rise ball. Jackie Liss at third base, and Tori Vidalis, she chose not to backhand it. So a little bit of an awkward fielding position for her right here. I'd love to see her just backhand it. That ball was going to her right.
So give the RBI to Boone. It hasn't been officially ruled a hit or an error, but it will be an RBI for Boone, as Liss was charging down the third base line the minute that ball was touched. We have runners on at first and at second, still just one out, and Aaliyah Binford will be the batter, and we're going to have a pitching change. That is a quick hook. Kenzie Brown was cruising through the first 2 innings. She faced the minimum through 6 batters, but she can't get out of the third. Peyton Gottschall still just one out, and we're going to have a pitching change. Kenzie Brown, really quick hook for her. She's replaced by Peyton Gottschall.
And Peyton has been used a lot in relief. It's her 4th appearance of the season, and she's going to be working that curveball. She'll go curveball away to righties, into righties. We'll also spin a rise ball up, but you see the innings, and they've all been in relief. And she's been good in relief. Has got a couple of strikeouts.
We've got a runner on at second. That's going to be Goodwin coming on to pinch run. So Goodwin replaces Coffee at second base, and Boone is the runner at first. Aaliyah Binford. Binford struck out her first time up, but that was against Kenzie Brown. One and 2.
I've loved the last 2 locations from Gottschall. Binford has proven to be a bad ball hitter. She's aggressive early and often, and so as a pitcher, I'm not going to go anywhere close to the wide at home plate. I'm expanding out, and then if she takes, okay, I can work my way back in.
Does expand. Foul tips it into the catcher's glove. 2 outs.
It's just knowing your customer, watching the tape, taking notes when you're not in the circle, you're in the dugout. What is happening out there? Well, we see Aaliyah Binford be aggressive early and not be afraid to attack balls out of the strike zone. So why am I going to throw a strike at all in this at-bat? And she didn't.
Tiare Jennings flied out to right first time up. Already 2 runs have scored for the Volts here in the 3rd inning. Didn't mean to. Half-hearted swing, and it's 1 and 2. Interesting number surrounding Jennings, who is a great college player known for her ability in the clutch. But this year, still trying to figure it out. She is 0 for 12 with 2 outs so far this season. 0 for 12. Has not had a 2-out hit to keep an inning alive so far in the 2026 campaign. 2-2 pitch. Almost to the backstop. Gotchel does not want to walk Jennings. Mulipola's on deck. There's the mandatory strike. Scooped up by Cahalan across the diamond side, retired. Great job by Peyton Gotchel. She earns the meal money. She comes on with runners on at first and at second and retires Finford and Jennings. When we come back, we're going to have a chair chat with the chair chat. She is part of that really fun and surprisingly really good Portland Cascade team. Hey, Sam, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, really, so much fun. I'm doing great. Fun watching you last night. You're playing with a smile. You're playing with joy. This entire Portland team seems to have really bought in on playing with each other and playing well early in the season.
Yeah, I think just a lot of setting standards from the beginning and then really just putting together this camaraderie that like the team has really bought into. I mean, just from being at spring training, having team dinners together every night. I mean, we have team dinners, we're on the road. Love to do things together. So I think it really makes it more fun to go out there and play when you really trust the people behind you and you trust everybody around you. So they've made it easy to be very happy when you're out here.
Well, Sam, you were incredible last night, and Eric and I were talking about, you know, your team going into the 7th inning going, is she going to take the loss here with only throwing 1 hit? So what was it like to see your offense come alive finally in that 7th inning and take the win? Yeah,
I mean, everybody knows this offense is very good. I mean, every offense in this league is very good, but so a lot of faith in them. Super excited to see how they came together last night and really trusted the preparation that they put in for this game. So just seeing that come together and them trust to go out there, have fun, loosen up a little bit was super exciting to see. And then I love throwing, so it got me out there another inning, which I was super excited about.
Well, I'm sure you love throwing here in your home state. I know you pitched at college in Louisiana and in Oklahoma, but what does it mean to kind of be back home, right? Born and raised in Texas.
Yeah, born and raised. I love being in Texas, except the weather is really bad right now. I'm not going to lie. It's really bad.
It's not too bad right now. It's not too bad right now.
It feels very good. It felt really good this morning as well. But
yeah.
I love coming back to Texas. I think it was a good reset for me. Personally, just living here now and just being able to see family. So good little breakup into the season to kind of hit that reset button of just being homesick. So super excited to get to see all that family and just play in front of these amazing fans. I know a lot of them are Volts fans, but they're very loud, and that's going to build this sport, and that's exactly what we're looking for.
Question for you. Nyjah Kennedy's pitching right now. She's a rookie like you were a year ago. Your thoughts on the difference between pitching as a rookie against these great players in the AUSL as opposed to now getting a chance to pitch as a more experienced second-year player? Corby Otis is going to get a chance for extra bases. She's on her way to third, and Otis will make it standing. First triple of the season for Corby Otis.
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely a lot different pitching as a rookie and then coming in the second year, just mainly mentally. And I feel like that's a lot of what I struggled with last year was just giving myself so many excuses when I was playing about how tired I was coming straight out of college, just like all the different things. If I found an excuse, unfortunately, I was using it back then of why I was so tired. But I think something that the rookies have done very well this year is they are coming in and they're going for blood, and I love seeing that out of them. I mean, I'm talking like I'm so much older than them, like I know I'm not, but I just genuinely love that about this class, that they're coming in and they're ready to put their feet in the water and they're ready to go at you, and I think it's amazing. I wish I would have had that mentality last year because I unfortunately feel like I may have just been in and out last year. I'm not going to say wasted a year. I think everything happens for a reason, but I think I could have done more with last year and I just didn't. So super excited to be able to go back out there this year and have a completely different mental change and just a lot of work that I got to put in the off season while also giving my body a break. But with that said, I'll bring it back to the fact that I think this rookie class that has came in this year is phenomenal, and I think they're doing really amazing. I mean, from Nyjah to Carlin Pickens is doing great.
Yep.
I mean, our rookies, I'm a little biased, but I think they're doing amazing. So just super excited for this and just where this league is going.
Well, I feel like 1 year is like a couple of years in the pro ranks. Like you learn so much. So even though you were a rookie season ago, you probably feel so much different, right, in year 2. So what is some advice that maybe you've been giving Kenzie, knowing what is ahead and like, okay, this is what to expect, this is what you can do. And I know it is tough going from college to pro right away. So what is some advice that you've been given Kenzie?
One thing I told Kenzie where I struggled last year was I was such a, I kept staying on the plate, right? Because you're coming from the college strike zone, which got really tight, especially this year. But like even just going SEC World Series, like their strike zone is very tight, in my opinion. So when you get here and you're getting river chalk, but you're not used to that, you don't really bite in that area. And that was something I definitely did not do last year. So I went up to her, I think the first day of spring training, and I said, live in the rivers. Like, make them bring you in. And I think that's been something she's done very well, is she lives on the outside of this strike zone. And then if she has to bring it in, she's going to bring it in, but she's going to give you everything she has. And I think she's just being very mature when she pitches, and just how she pitches to these hitters, how she talks. So just giving her that, telling her to have a reset. She actually almost made me cry one game because she came in and she was like, you were my reset. Like, she kept looking at me, I guess. And so I like almost cried just because like I know how that feels to have that reset, and something that helps you get out of a big inning. So super proud of everything she's done, especially this year. She's and just how confident she is. And I love that about her. And I'm just super excited for all the years to come working with her.
Sam, joy talking to you. Joy watching you yesterday. Keep on keeping on, okay?
Thank you. Go Cascade.
That is the great Sam Landry joining us. We've got a change to tell you about. New pitcher. Nyjah Kennedy is lifted. We're going to see Aaliyah Binford in the circle. Binford is having a trouble with the strike zone right now. First 3 pitches to Sydney Stewart have all missed. We've got runners on at first and at third. The intentional walk was issued to Megan Grant. So runners on at the corners, still just 1 out. And after Stewart, if Binford can't throw a strike here, we're going to see Mia Davidson bat. Stewart just took a step up in the batter's box. She was moving her feet when the pitch was coming in and takes a strike. It's now 3-2. Let's see if she does it again. Nope. Little nubber, foul.
Well, you go from the up ball of Nyjah Kennedy to the down ball of Aaliyah Binford, and Aaliyah Binford has been the pitcher and the arm that Texas has used the most in relief in this situation.
And she walks Stewart. So the walk is going to load the bases for Mia Davidson. Davidson still in search of her first hit this season. This is just her second game, but she's now 0 for 5. She was hit with a pitch back in the first inning. Batting with the bases loaded. Chance to break this game open again. Cascade have had traffic. They've had a whole bunch of base runners. 5 hits. In total now they have 5 walks. They had a batter hit with a pitch. Oh, 0-2 to Davidson. Lashed. Base hit. It was hit so hard, only 1 run will score. That ball was driven right on the screws. First run batted in 2026 for Davidson.
Yeah, our first hit of the season. 1 swing, just checking off a couple of stats. And Portland needed this with the bases loaded, only 1 out. It's go time. You're in the heart of your order. This is where you have to have that production. And this was with 2 strikes. Just a little bit too over the heart of the plate. Mia Davidson hitting that ball right on the screws.
Here's Kenley Cahalan. She hit a home run in yesterday's game. And both head coaches are out of the dugout. Wheels are in motion. We're going to have a pinch runner. So Davidson is going to be lifted, at least temporarily. This is going to be the first professional moment for Ashton Maloney. Doesn't even have a name on the back of her jersey. She was signed just earlier today. First ball swinging, looping, pop-up, caught by the shortstop Jennings. And Cahalan is retired. Let's get a little bit more on the newest member of the Portland Cascade. Maria.
Well, Ashton Maloney, as you said, Eric, signed today, 1:30 p.m. She was actually getting her wedding dress by 3 o'clock p.m. She was at the field in uniform, ready to go.
From wedding dress to batting practice in 90 minutes. Come on. That's great.
I'm sure Jamie Lowprice, the GM for Cascade, just giving her a call saying, who can we pick up that's local? And that is an outfielder. Sierra Sacco Ferry is on the injured reserve list right now, and so having to make a little bit of a roster move. Oh, I know a pretty good outfielder who has won a couple of national championships in the area, and that's Ashton Maloney. Are you still here? You still in Austin? All right, you have your glove? Let's go.
Welcome to Pro Ball. Tori Vidalis has already driven in a pair of runs today. Tori takes outside. She's in the driver's seat, 3-1. Tori will take her walks, but she's interested in driving in runs. If this is anywhere close, she's swinging at it. And it was close. She hammers it to right, and it's caught by the backtracking Boone. And the side is retired. But another run scores for Portland. They now lead 4-2.
This game, we've had a lot of traffic. Thinking about the fact that this score could be a lot worse for Texas. Yes, Portland leads 4-2, but Portland has left 8 runners on base. And they have been threatening every single inning, and we just saw that last inning, Texas get out of another jam with Portland having the bases loaded.
Peyton Gottschall will start this 4th inning. Starts it with strike 1. Deja Mulipola. Edenfield Lassiter will bat against Gottschall. We do have a new right fielder in the game. Megan Grant had been playing out in right field. She was pitched run 4 earlier in this inning, and staying in the game, Ashton Maloney. So the first professional defensive appearance for Maloney, who, as we just mentioned before, was shopping for a wedding dress this afternoon. In the left field, run down by Otis. Made it look routine. 1 down.
Love the little celebration with her teammate. They call themselves Bluetooth Sync Up, and so I'm sure Kendra was letting Corby know exactly how much room she had, but what a drop step. Ran that thing down. This is not an easy catch.
Michaela Edenfield. Peyton Gottschall coming on in relief of Kenzie Brown. Gottschall is from Northeast Ohio. He is from the Massillon area, close to Canton, Akron area. On the ground is short, playing a really deep shortstop because she knows she's got a big arm. Cahalan makes the play.
She really does have a great arm. You and I were watching warm-ups, and we both were like, oh, okay, she's got a cannon. You talk about it a little bit more. She's very smooth with it, doesn't have a really big windup, but it just gets out of her hand really quickly.
Here's Jayla Lassiter. Walked and scored an inning ago. Gottschall has faced 4 batters and retired them all. She's been playing pro ball for a while now, and she does the same thing every time. Super quick. Just gets the ball, gets the sign, fires it up there. Every once in a while, walks around the circle, but She is a quick worker. Solid smash by Lassiter. First base runner allowed by Gottschall. 2-out single. So Lassiter's aboard. Next in line, Jackie Liss, who doubled back in the third. It was almost the catch of the year. Hit it in the gap in right center field. It was run down by Kendra Falby, who had it in her glove and just couldn't hang on as she banged, sliding into the fence. One and two.
Almost everything between what we saw from the righty Lassiter to now the righty Jackie Liss. It's been away from Peyton Gottschall, just trying to work that curveball.
You got a matchup here of Liss, who started her college experience at Southern Illinois. And then you got Peyton Gottschall, who started her college experience in the Mid-American Conference, pitching at Bowling Green. Both ended up transferring to power schools. But if you can play, they'll find you. Stolen base with 2 outs, and Lassiter now in scoring position. That is the first stolen base of our series, just the 4th steal for Texas on the year. This is now game number 12.
That's a great ball to go on. It was a changeup down in the zone. Trying to make something happen with 2 outs.
Pitch misses outside. So Liss reaches. And the perfect day continues for the 7 and 8 hitters in this Volts lineup. Lassiter and Liss have been aboard all 4 times so far today.
Well, and for Jackie Liss, from today and yesterday, she's 4 for 4 in terms of getting on base. Every single time she's found herself at first base, making something happen for the bottom of the lineup.
Leanne Good swings the first pitch. Cahalan goes the short way, and the side is retired. So a little 2-out magic fizzles for Texas. They're still down a pair. We go visitors from Portland doubling their pleasure. Aaliyah Binford, her first full inning of work, came on in relief of Nija Kennedy an inning ago. She'll face the bottom part of the order. Kennedy Powell, Sis Bates, Kendra Falby. It's top of the order time for Texas, Coffey, Boone, and Binford. And it's not Coffey. We actually have Jaden Goodwin batting. Goodwin came on defensively a couple innings ago, and this will be her first at bat. Batting against Peyton Gottschall. Popped up. Powell. Here's Riley Boone. Another day, another hit for Boone. Now has 13 hits in her first 12 games this year. Bolts are trying to buck a trend. They have not won a game this year when they've trailed after 4 innings.
Riley Boone has been at the top of the lineup since game 1 of this season. Has recently just bumped down into that 2-hole. With Danica Coffey being the hitter that bats in front of her. But you have to have her energy, you have to have her triple threat ability, her speed. She gives you so much, and it's everything you want in someone that either bats first or second in your lineup.
3-1. Three and 2. stay down on that. Kennedy Powell did not let that ball play her. She played it. 2 outs.
Yeah, that was a great play, and I loved the reaction from Peyton Gottschall, the veteran, turn into a rookie and firing her up. Like, yes, field that ball. It's a big out.
I've been impressed with Kennedy Powell this year as a defender. Here's Binford. Has not put the ball in play so far today. She struck out back in the first inning. That was against Kenzie Brown. She struck out in the third. She was the first batter to face Peyton Gottschall. Popped up behind home plate. A lot of room. And Stewart makes the play. That's a really good job by Stewart to cover a ton of ground for the third out. Nice defense played by the Cascade here. To
get that drop ball was not a meatball for any measure. It was a pitch that was around her ankles, and she scooped it up and hit her 4th home run of the season.
And she's been nominated for an ESPY.
Yeah, she has.
Say that?
Yeah.
Best single season in softball history in terms of homers hit. She is nominated for best record-breaking performance. Miles Garrett and others on that list.
And you can go vote for Megan right now, ESPN.com. Go hit it up. Give Megan some love, all of you softball fans and baseball fans out there. She deserves it.
Vote today, theausl.com/vote. Monday is the final day. So through June 30th. You still have a little bit of time, but not a ton. We're going to see Megan Grant bat second here in the 6th inning. Corby Otis, Megan Grant, Sydney Stewart batting against Aaliyah Binford. Cascade got 3 of their first 4 runs in the 2 innings that we saw Nyjah Kennedy pitch. Binford has settled things down quite a bit since she came in. Two-hopper, muffed for a moment. Good, throws it away. Chance to move into scoring position for Otis. Takes a wide turn, and no one ever picked up the ball.
It's live. It's
a live ball. And Otis is going to score. New to town, Deja Mulipola may not have known about the ground rules here in this building. There is a ton of room behind home plate.
So what should have been an out gets bobbled, and then of course I think we might have an announcement.
Rules are it's only a dead ball on a pitched ball. Live ball, it's in play.
Well said, Chad Steers. So if it had been a pitch and the ball gets beyond the catcher because there's so much room, you can only take 1 base unless you're stealing, then you can take 3. But if you just throw the ball and it gets behind home plate and there's all that area, you got to play it. It is live. That run scores and it's going to count.
Yeah, and that's really tough because everyone should have gone over this rule time and time again to make sure we are concrete on what it is. Because not knowing the rule just cost Texas a run. And it's honestly pretty simple. The only time that it will be a dead ball, as you heard our umpire say, it'll be on a pitched ball, but it's if a runner is stealing or not stealing. That's kind of what I'm zoning in on, is if the runner is stealing, they can get 2 bases if that ball does get away.
Popped up, and Mulipola makes the play. I'm really interested to see how that's ruled. I think it could be 2 errors on the second baseman. Good. She didn't catch it cleanly. That could be the error. Then she threw it away. Another error. But that is ultra rare. Scoring, starting at home plate, ball never leaves the infield, and you score on a double error.
Well, so smart by Corby Otis to make sure that she just kept running. She was watching and watching and not seeing any Texas defense make moves, and you guys are all going to stand around. Well, I'm going to keep running. That's why she's a doctor.
Not quite a doctor yet.
I'm making it stick, though. I'm just calling her Dr. Otis. She will be.
Medical school at the University of Florida. From everything that I've heard, getting into University of Florida Medical School is impossible. Yet she did it. Must be a really fun time in her life. Congratulations to Corby Otis. Must be nice to be so good at so many different things.
That's what I was just thinking. I'm like, wait, she's a pro at the highest level, doing it so well, and she's going to be going into medical school. Like, okay. She deserves it. I mean, she's an amazing person, amazing human. Portland loves her. She's good at everything.
That was touched at the plate, so it's a foul tip.
You know,
Stewart stays alive.
they call people 5-tool players. Well, she's like a 6-tool player because she's got the smarts and the brains to go with it.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
Called strike 3. Binford strikes out Stewart. 2 outs.
First strikeout in relief for Aaliyah Binford, just working that drop ball on the outer half and freezing up the rookie.
Mia Davidson is scheduled to bat. She needs to be reinserted into the game. She was pinch run for her last time. So she's reinserted into the game, and she's going to face a new pitcher. Looks like Binford is going to be lifted. Jessica Mullins, who threw yesterday, will come on. So head coach Ricky Woodard clearly apprehensive about having 6th inning. Portland leads Texas by a score of 5-2. New pitcher Jessica Mullins. She comes on for the 2nd consecutive day. She'll face Mia Davidson.
Out of the reserve pool, Jessica Mullins, she's been used a lot for Texas. She's done a great job when she's in. The favorite pitch of mine of hers is that changeup. She'll go upstairs and downstairs, but her changeup really falls off the table.
Yeah, we've seen readings in the low 50s with that changeup. She can rush it up there. That last pitch was 69 miles per hour. Softly hit up the middle. Plenty of time for Good to make the play, and Davidson is retired. Yeah, good job by Mullins. Comes in, faces one of the most dangerous hitters in the AUSL, and retires her. To the bottom of the, we're going to see Jennings, Mulipola, and Edenfield bat. They have combined to go hitless so far in this series.
Now, this is that time of game where we're always talking about someone is due, and it just happens to be the biggest bats coming up right now in the 6th.
Peyton Gottschall came out of the bullpen back in the 3rd inning. She's faced 10 batters and retired 8 of them. She gave up a single to Lassiter and walked Jackie Liss, but that's it. She's currently on a streak of retiring 4 consecutive. Ball hasn't left the infield in that window.
Yeah, only 1 strikeout, and it was the first batter she faced in that 3rd inning. But it's been a lot of weak contact. She's been throwing that curveball that everyone knows it's coming. Still the spin, though, tailing away from a Jennings. It's going to tail away from a right-handed Mulipola. It's tough to lay off of. It looks so good. It has so much movement.
High drive. Otis out number 1. 5 in a row. Retired by Gottschall.
Well, just such a great job getting ahead, staying ahead. Yes, a couple of foul balls, but no balls in that at bat. 0-2, just staying right there, making a hitter hit my stuff.
Oh my goodness, this is a bit of a surprise. I love Rachel Garcia. She's fantastic, but I'm surprised that she's going to bat for Deja Mulipola. Mulipola has been so good in so many different countries, so many different leagues for so many years. She's your 5 hitter, but she's going to be lifted for Garcia here in the 6th inning. 2, struck out against Brown, flied out against Gacho. On the first pitch, Garcia swings, hits to the third baseman Powell. 2 down.
And it's just the little things for Peyton Gottschall. You see a pinch hitter, a new batter, and yes, you know it's Rachel Garcia, one of the best in our game, but first pitch strike. Easy play for her rookie at third base.
A little housekeeping. Megan Grant is back out in right field. She had been out of the game defensively for the last couple innings. That's a fair ball. Edenfield bounces it to the third baseman, and Powell throws out Edenfield. That is a super quick and efficient 1-2-3 inning thrown by Gacho. Romero, Sydney and Sierra's brother. He is in the Red Sox chain, and he's going to be part of that broadcast Sunday evening on MLB Network.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cheering on Sis, doing a little interview.
Very close bunch of siblings. And they all play the same way, just take huge swings. And pitchers on every level have a hard time sneaking it past a Romero. Great hand-eye coordination in that family. All right, 7th inning, we will have Kenley Cahalan leading things off, Tori Vidalis, and then Kennedy Powell. Already with a 3-run stiff arm, the Cascade would like a little bit more. They've been kind of slow and steady. 2 runs in the first, 1 run in the second, 1 more in the 4th, 1 run in the 6th. Nothing explosive, but good enough. I like Cahalan. I've seen a bunch of Portland games this year, and she's impressed me.
He had a little bit of a slow start.
Wow, that was a pitch and a half there by Mullins. 49 miles per hour, and Cahalan just could not take the bat off the shoulder.
Hey, you don't
She knew it was a strike.
You don't see a lot of changeups in this league coming in with a 4 in front of it, and so it's why you see Kenley just going, I'm not sure about this one. Didn't like it.
So Mullins, who came on an inning ago, has faced 2 batters, Davidson and Cahalan. She's retired them both. Here's TV Tori Vidalis. That's another slow changeup, 49 miles per hour. And Vidalis was so far behind it.
Well, it's crazy because Mullins can throw at 70. She can gas it up there. So that's a huge speed differential. Sometimes you'll see pitches, your off-speed pitches be 12 miles an hour slower, 10. I mean, she's really pushing it up there to 20.
What is it that a pitcher has when they throw a changeup that deadens the ball, that takes the steam off of it?
You have to turn your hand. Well, you can do it a couple of ways. There's a million changeups out there, but the way I threw it is I turned my hand and kind of had a backdoor spin on it. I always tell youngsters, just open up a doorknob. I don't know if doorknobs are still a thing in new houses, but...
Yeah, they are.
All right. You got to turn that doorknob.
Nice play by the third baseman, Jackie Liss, who continues to impress.
Yeah, rookie. She's like, this third base thing is not that hard, actually. She had a great diving play in foul territory and just kind of rolling her glove over.
Here's Kennedy Powell with 2 outs. I do want to get back to that. You talk about turning a knob, a doorknob.
So if you're a right-handed pitcher, stick your arm out and turn your hand to the left.
Left, okay.
So that ball's going to spin out, and you always say pinky up. And if you turn that ball over, it's going to fall down and spin down. Because you're throwing a fastball, your palm will be open and you snap with fingers up, right? So that you're going to get that 12-6 rotation. And you want a changeup to spin like a bullet and have it fall down, down, down. Now, there's some pitchers who will throw a changeup off of their rise ball, like a Nyjah Kennedy or a Carlin Pickens, and they'll find a way to spin that ball backwards, and it still tunnels like their hard stuff, their changeup or their curveball, but it you can do a couple of things. You can put your fingers together. You can tuck a knuckle. There's a lot of things that you can do with your hand. Put the ball in your palm to slow it down.
Ball squirts underneath the glove of Tiara Jennings. Tiara, I think it's probably going to be ruled an error. And a 2-out base runner for the Cascade. Defense has not been perfect for the Volts in this series. They made 2 errors in yesterday's game, and they've got at least 2 errors already tonight. That's going to be number 3 if they rule it an error.
Single.
The single.
It was hit hard. I'll give her that.
Kennedy Powell's happy to have the single.
Yeah, she is. Singles are hard to come by in this league. The batting averages versus what we see in college where everybody is hitting high 400s. Yeah, it's not happening in this league.
Here's Sis Bates. One and 2 to Sis. Have to throw it. Oh no! The throw goes down the line. A run's going to score. I think Powell's being waved around third, and she'll make it. A strikeout should be an easy play at first, but Mulipola airmailed it. Oh, the defensive woes for the Texas Volts continue. We have seen 2 exceedingly unique run-scoring plays over the last couple innings on defensive mistakes by Texas.
Yeah, and these are just plays that at this level everyone can make, and it's not happening tonight for Texas. And how many times have we looked down at our scorebook and said they should be out of this inning?
Kendra Falby. Falby is the only Portland player without a hit, a walk, or without being hit with a pitch. Top 8 hitters in the lineup all have reached base because of a hit, a walk, or being hit. Falby is not. She has reached on a fielder's choice and scored. That was back in the 2nd inning. Mullins was walking off the field. Thought that was strike 3. There is strike 3. Mullins strikes out Falby, but another run is tacked on. It is now a 4-run lead for Peyton Gottschall, who has been remarkable. She's been the best pitcher of the night for either side. She has faced 13 batters. She's retired 11. 1 hit, 1 walk. That's it. Just 1 strikeout. She has been effective of inducing weak contact. Jayla Lassiter. She is the only hitter to reach base against Gottschall with a single. Lassiter is 1 for 1. She also walked. She had a productive day. She stole a base, scored a run.
Yeah, this is the part of the lineup that's done the damage. It's been a little damage, but...
Oh my, jumping on that one deep down the left field line. It's fair and a homer. Lassiter, her 2nd homer of the year. That was almost identical to what we saw out of Corby Otis in yesterday's 7th inning. All right, can Texas hit 3 home runs in the 7th inning and do what Portland did last night?
Well, Corby Otis is standing out in left field, turning to the dugout saying, challenge this. And I think we will have a challenge. Here comes coach Triah Flowers.
That's going to be super hard to overturn.
Well, the good news for this challenge is that you can reverse a fair to foul. You can't go foul to fair. So I always say for, the umpires out there, if it's close, call it fair, and then you can initiate a challenge yourself. She wants it. She wants that challenge. She's like, give it to me. Anybody?
They're not going to challenge it. We're going to play on.
I don't know why you wouldn't. Also, look at that sky. Ooh, it's pretty. The sky is pretty.
It's where it crosses over, not where it lands. And so obviously the third base umpire who had that call, Chad Steers, who also is the crew chief, he felt that it crossed over in fair territory.
Well, just look at the size of the foul pole. I mean, how are you going to judge it?
Right, it's not exceedingly high.
That foul pole is not even 10 feet tall, the yellow part. That foul pole needs to be 5 times that height.
5 times?
Yeah.
Every batter's not Crystal Bustos.
I mean, in this league, we've seen some home runs that are going up and out, and if we want to get the call right, we need some higher foul poles.
Here's Jackie Liss. She has had a day. There's a chance Jackie Liss is not hitting the 8-hole tomorrow. Oh, a bullet stays in the glove of Tori Vidalis. 1 down, and Peyton Gottschall over the moon with the play by her first baseman, Vidalis.
Yeah, Portland is just counting outs right now, so that's a huge first one. Yes, that ball is hit on the screws, but Tori's right there. She's got it. Ooh, hot corner.
2 more outs to play with. Leanne Good is the batter. Gottschall starts her out with a strike. That was the first time that Jackie Liss has been retired this entire series, and it took an absolute howitzer off her bat caught by Vidalis to finally retire her. One and one to Good. Portland Cascade, they have played the cleaner game. Cascade, they've been able to pad their lead. The game probably should be 4-3 right now. But they were able to pad their lead with a single run in the 6th and a single run in the 7th. Both those runs were unearned, and they both were put on the board as a direct result of errors. Three and two. Peyton Gottschall, who's been a pro for a while, she understands there's no reason not to throw a strike. You cannot walk someone when you're leading by 3. Might as well just give up a home run. Good to left. Otis with the play. 2 outs. There's certain players, if you watch a lot of this league, that you really root for. To me, Peyton Gottschall is one of them. She loves the game of softball, and you can just tell by the way she paces around the mound, by the way she interacts with her teammates in the dugout. And when she gets results, it makes me smile.
No, she's a perfect case study in body language and how to carry yourself. And if you watch Peyton in the circle, you'll never know what the score is because she is the exact same way every single time she takes the circle.
Down the right field line, Grant lays out for it, can't make the play. This could be an inside the park home run. Coffey is stopped at third. The ball squirts underneath the fence. And oh my goodness, they're gonna put her back to second. That's Goodwin back to second base. That would have been an inside the park home run, except for the ball went out of play.
I thought we were going to have our second inside the park home run on the night. Jaden Goodwin, she pulls that outside pitch, and Megan Grant, really probably not a play that you want to be diving on here. Just keep this ball in front of you. She dives, the ball gets past her, and very fortunate for Portland, that ball went under the fence.
And you can see Grant understanding the ground rules and being well coached and putting the hands up and saying, not on me, ball's out of play.
It's got some tail to it. It's tailing away, and the ball just disappears. There it is. Hands up.
It is a double. And did the catcher, Stewart? Okay. I think so. All right, Texas, they need to get one more base runner.
Ouch.
Oh, that's the reason for the timeout. Okay. Softly hit, could end the game. Plays at first, ball game. Congratulations to Portland Cascade. They come here to Round Rock, Texas, and win the first 2 games of this 3-game series. 6-3 the final score.
Well, they were searching for some offense, and yes, it was a little crazy at times.